the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Come on, Ed. Can I say it, please?
All right, if you must.
Yes. Trust the process.
It has been quite a process to get to this point. Jay, they have a squad here in Philadelphia. All right, here we go. Simmons to Embiid. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Paul to Anthony. Simmons to Embiid. Scores from the post. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Here comes the screen. Harden to Capella. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Oh, surprise. He hits it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Simmons with it. Leads just a point. Simmons. Blocked by Covington.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. It's Rockets ball. Surveys the floor. Paul to Harden. Lets it fly from long range. His first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Paul across the timeline. Trailing by 4. Paul to Harden. Here comes the screen. James Harden. Smart tactics. Moves in for the higher percentage shot.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
Simmons to Covington. To Embiid. Inside, he scores.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation, whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
Paul to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Rockets have the ball. Harden. Now a steal by Philly. Redick with it. Up by 3. That's blocked by Nene.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Paul into the front court. They're down 3. Paul to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden, the jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Simmons to Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Simmons brings the ball up court. Sizing up the defense. Simmons curling inside. Harden, double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
He'll put it up at the buzzer, and he can't connect there. Shot no good. Horn sounds, ending the first quarter of play. That ends the first quarter with the Rockets in front. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Harden to Carter Williams. To Harden. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
And the basket good at the rim. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
Fultz to McConnell. To Fultz. Not that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Houston takes over. Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Markelle Fultz to Redick. From long range. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
With James Harden, muscle memory gets it to go.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Off the mark, well contested.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Paul to Harden. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Harden with a shot won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even...
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Harden. Embiid. Rocking the rim.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Paul to Harden. He was hacked. They let it go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
No good and no foul. Gordon with it. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Covington to Simmons. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
James Harden trying to cash in. Harden shot, no good. First half comes to an end. The Rockets with the lead.
The Rockets are up after 2 quarters. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The 76ers would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
track. Three-point shooting.
The Houston Rockets have been emphasizing their three-point shooting in this matchup. Given how accurate they were in the first half, I think it's fair to expect more shots from deep in the closing half.
Player of the half.
James Harden has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Harden. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. To Simmons. Covington. Working it outside. Redick. To Simmons. To Embiid. That's a 24-second violation. Paul. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Harden. Off the assist.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Redick to Embiid. Oh, he had him there for a second. Joel Embiid. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. For 3, and Simmons the rebound. Into the front court comes Simmons. His guys trail now by 4. Simmons. Down to 5 on the 24. Shot from the lane won't go. Anthony to Harden. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Redick with it. Down 4. Paul with it up top. Leads 4. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Another follow. No good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Embiid. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. To Harden. Stuffs it down with authority. Man, that was sweet.
It's all about that first step, and it's all about angles. Look at the way he got his shoulders through the angle of the defender. That first step was great, but those shoulders getting through, that was a difference.
Trying to cash in, and a putback slam. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Harden to the basket, but his shot stays out. Philadelphia with the basketball. Redick to Covington. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time.
Why are you even guarding a bad shooter that close in the first place? This is psychological warfare. Leave him open. Make him think about it before he shoots it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to Harden. Now a step back.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Sixers call for time as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Simmons to Embiid. Covington to Embiid. Can't connect. Houston with the basketball. Nene with the dunk.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Simmons with it. His guys trail by 10. Shot by Simmons won't fall. Now Paul with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. To Paul. Baseline drive. Inside, he scores.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Here's Simmons with it up top. The deficit now up to a dozen. To Redick. Here's a chance from long range. No good. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Sixers have it. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Got it to go. On the step back. Jay, he found a way. That'll do it. Third quarter complete with the Rockets in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers have the basketball. McConnell to Fultz. To McConnell. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Anthony. They get it down to Tucker. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Harden with it up top. His team on top by 8. Harden to Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul to Harden. Has a chance. Second effort. Capella to Anthony. Fires the three, and Carmelo Anthony. Zero hesitation as he knocks down the three.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
A pass taken away by the Rockets. To Anthony. 4-3. And Carmelo Anthony. He won't miss those. Hits the wide open three.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
to McConnell. To Fultz. Has a look. Fultz with a shot off the mark. Harden with the basketball. His guys leading by 14. Sixers able to clear the rebound. McConnell to Fultz. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Rockets in control of the basketball. Probing the defense. To Paul. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Simmons into the front court. Trailing by 14. Screen coming. Trying to cash in. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Everybody knows the story about how Markel's shot really struggled last year. I got the cure. It's called amnesia. Last year never happened. This year is the only year that matters. Let your game continue to establish itself, and your game doesn't have to be what it was before. It can have its own new dimension.
It's good. And one.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Fultz. And that's rebounded by Houston. Paul into the front court. The lead is 15. Paul to Harden. Paul. Not going down for him this time. Simmons with it. Down by 15 to Fultz. To Simmons. McConnell to Embiid. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Embiid to Simmons. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Paul. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Here comes the screen. Rebound for Capella.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Fultz to Simmons. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons. Oh, wasn't sure if he'd even shoot it, yet it goes down.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Paul, look out. If he's hitting those, could be a long night. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. New blood coming in for both sides. Redick. Message received. Well defended. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one in